exploration this evening, going in an unknown direction, and let's see whether we can take any difficulty problem offered and raise the level of it, as they call it, anagogically, on its highest level. And so we try it. All right?
I have lost my keys.
I have lost my keys. Ah.
I don't know where to find them.
Simple. Right?
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah, it would seem simple. The problem is that I have an irrational reaction to losing the keys. The keys. My first reaction was that I had perhaps left them in the outside door where somebody could have seen them and taken them. And that's usually where my mind goes. I always try to come up with the worst possible scenario and then work back from there. And then I remembered that the door had been unlocked when I came in the house, so I knew that I had not used the keys. So they have to be in the house where I can find them, and still the fact that I've lost them in the first place causes me a lot of, it makes me feel like a bad person. And that bad in that I'm out of control of my life, and that when I start feeling this way, or start feeling out of control, that's when I start losing things and forgetting things, and just not able to keep track of my stuff. And I haven't had that in a long time. I mean, that was a regular pattern for me, always. And I'd say for the last year or so, 2 years, I haven't had much. I haven't lost anything, and I haven't felt this lack of connection. And so when it happened tonight, just it's rearing its ugly head again. I think brought on a lot of oh God, I've slipped back. I'm back into this insanity.
Splendid.
I'm surprised I was able to articulate that.
It's interesting that you go to the worst case and then you work back. And so as you did this, I presume you found your keys. Still lost at this point?
Still lost at this point.
Okay.
And that was having to leave the house without knowing where they were yet was very difficult for me. And it caused the drive over here to be tense and fighting against traffic instead of just going with the flow and getting upset with people.
Yeah. It's a very interesting judgment, isn't it? To have lost the keys means you're a bad person and out of control. Right? Means you're not keeping track of yourself. When you reach that state and say those kinds of words, what kind of state of mind would you describe that as?
You mean like a state of low self-esteem? Angry?
What kind of anger?
Self-anger?
What kind of, like, what could you do in that state?
I could harm myself either verbally,
Or put yourself in such a state that you might put yourself
endanger myself.
in, at least in a condition where you're not as secure with yourself as in driving. Right. I'd like to use 4 ideas. Right, 4. First is there is some act. In this case, lost my keys. That's an act. Something happens. Then notice what we do. Right? Right. It's like, I want to use 3 expressions. We then tell ourselves, but we tell ourselves with such vividness that it impresses itself upon us. Right? It is very impressive. Therefore, we can say, when we tell ourselves someone may have taken the worst case, right? Now I'm moving here. To have lost them means I'm a bad person out of control. We tell ourselves, right? I'll change it, right? We judge ourselves. We pass judgment upon ourselves. As if we're right.